Lavar, it's Tiki and Tierney. How are you, man? What's happening?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
What's going on, buddy? Okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Man, I'll tell you, you've been on quite the roll, and you seem to have this thing plotted out nicely. Some people really dislike what you say. Some people love it. I'm kind of in between. I think you're very interesting, and I think you've raised some basketball players very good. But this kind of caught me off guard. Let's start with this. UCLA too slow to win the title. Your words, with 3 white guys. Now, I'm not even saying that you're wrong. Me and Tiki were.
Exactly. I'm just stating the fact.
But how is that?
Here's the thing. People keep thinking that I blame the white guys. No, that's not the. Every time we lose, I only blame one person, and that's my son. That's my son. That's the only way I do it. I don't blame anybody. But I said, and before, prove me wrong, that you can't win nowadays with 3 white guys on the floor at the same time. I'm not saying I don't like white people and white people can't win or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying when you have more athleticism on there, it's kind of hard when you don't have the foot speed. That's just a realistic
Well, listen,
fact.
and the thing, and this is why I'm really looking forward to this chat, because there are some shows who, the stereotypes, and I know you were a really good athlete. Tiki was a great athlete. I played baseball in college. So we're all somewhere on the same page somewhat. I'm white, and I was slow. So I see these comments, Lavar, and I'm like, yeah, I get it, man. Right. I could shoot it. If I couldn't get open, I was done. Right. I think what bothers me, though, and I think what bothers a lot of people, frankly, and why it's framed as insensitive and racial for some, it's unnecessary.
I can't be racial. Like I said, some people just take it the wrong way, and that's okay, because that's how this media and this stuff, they try to twist it around, because it's more interesting when it says Lavar is racist. Like I said, I stated my opinion of what I thought, and it said, the foot speed is just too slow to catch up with all the athleticism on the court.
Now, Lavar,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Now, you said a lot of things over the last 2 months or so, and this is the one question I was dying to ask. What's your end game? What's the objective of some of the statements that you're making? The
statements, people ask me questions, and they don't want to hear the answers that I have. Like I said, I have my own opinion.
Yeah.
It's just like people at UCLA are saying, "Oh, he's not doing it the UCLA way." Hell no, I ain't doing it the UCLA way. I do it the ball way.
But do you think that affects your kids as they?
It don't affect my kids at all. I train my kids, I raise my kids, and how's it effective?
Well, he didn't look too good against Kentucky, to be honest with you, at all.
Kentucky, okay, we lost. Who cares? On to the next one.
It's not even.
My boy's goal was to make it to the NBA, and guess what? That's where he's going to be.
But your kids, LiAngelo and LaMelo, are coming after Lonzo at UCLA. Now, what is going to be their reception because of some of the things that you have said
about their reception?
At UCLA?
As long as they get on that court and perform, we don't care what people say. Like I said, we know what each other is about. That's the main thing. Mm-hmm. We true to ourselves, and that's who we are.
All right, so let me ask you this. LaVar Ball's with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. I think you're a little hypocritical in this sense, or at least you doubled down the wrong way on an opinion. And I'm really curious how you answer this. Now, for months, we're hearing from LaVar Ball, going to win the championship. Bruins going to win the championship. Bruins going to win the title. Bruins going to be out there, and Glendale, they're going to win the championship. Okay, fair enough. I actually thought you guys would get a little further than you did.
Of course.
And so you established a premise, we're going to win. You knew that there were 3 white starters on the team. So when you come out, wait, hold on, So but LaVar.
Did you not follow UCLA the whole season? And everybody started catching on board like, I think they're going to be in the Final Four.
Okay. So
that's what I did. I put the X on the back so everybody pays attention to UCLA.
Hey, listen, I can't get mad at that. As long as you're saying that it's partly out of theatrical, because it does seem like a real contradiction, man.
Every team has to go for the national championship. And by me saying it, it made everybody in the world follow UCLA.
But everybody in the world follows UCLA anyway because they're UCLA.
They didn't follow them when they was 15 and 17. Who was following them then? You weren't even talking about UCLA.
Yeah. Hey, LaVar, how much is theater? Because as BT just said that. How much of this is theater? This is you being on a stage.
I am, but you guys got to understand this basketball stuff. It's just entertainment, man. It's no life or death situation. There's no pressure. It's just entertainment. If it's entertaining to you, guess what? Just watch it. But, I've always been entertaining.
That's always been your MO, and I can tell, obviously it's been that way. When you guys are at home, you and your 3 boys, wife, you guys are, nobody's watching. Is it the same? I mean, is it loud? Is it over the top, or you guys chill at home? You just turn it on when you have to.
It's fun. None of us is bashful. It's just how we are, man. Now all of a sudden, I've been like this all my life. Now it's all these microphones and cameras. I used to wake up and talk to my neighbors just like I'm talking to you.
All right, but here's the thing: when you talk to your neighbors and you're watering the grass or you're washing the car, you don't have to then go out, and your sons don't have to then go out and wash the car in a pristine manner because nobody's going to critique that. What they will critique, and Lavar, this is, and I really hope you hear me out. I'm a dad. Teek's a dad. This does bother me. Not that you care. I know you don't care. Trust me, I know. Okay. But a lot of people do, and they look at you've done a lot of things right. Your boys seem polished and poised, obviously very good players, respectful, a lot of things, no doubt about that.
Right.
But you are now putting a mark on them. I get the sense, and I'm just going to say it, I get the sense that LeVar Ball is the frustrated athlete who wasn't good enough to do what his sons are doing, and now he's trying to write checks that his boys haven't cashed so far. I mean, that's the way it looks.
You got to worry about no cash and checks and writing all that. I do all that.
Yeah, but
and like I said before, you're a talk show guy, and now you're a psychologist. That's good.
Well, that's why I'm a good talk show host, because I incorporate the money. You know?
That's why people worry about what you said. But it's not a big deal. Like I said, I'm not putting a mark on my boys' back. They got to do what they got to do regardless of what I say.
But you are putting
the fact that I'm not quiet. Folks is like shocked because the father ain't supposed to be in the mix like this.
Listen, the world without people like you would be boring. I'm giving you that, man. I like a lot of the things you say, but to say that it doesn't impact your boys, with all due respect, I got to disagree. Now, I know that Lonzo laughed when, I think it was Sports Nation, he was asked about LeBron clowned his jump shot from his ear.
Right.
I mean, there were guys in the NBA, you could say what you want about Steph, and you could say that you could have handled MJ in the post, but let's be real. MJ would have smoked you. Let's keep it real, man.
He would have got his ass whooped.
Okay, whatever. He would have beat you 11-0. You wouldn't have touched the basketball. But aside from that.
Bet your house on it.
Yeah, okay. But now.
He thought he was the world's greatest baseball player, too, huh?
Oh, come on, man. I mean, listen, I'm not going to waste time on you playing MJ. But now your boys, now certainly Lonzo was good enough. I don't know, quite frankly, about LiAngelo and LaMelo.
No, all my boys are good enough, trust me.
All right, well, then why is he the 40th best player in your state?
Who's the 40th best player?
He's LiAngelo. He's right now.
Because somebody had an opinion of that?
Well, but that's a general consensus.
Top 40 to the house, and I bet you they all lose.
Okay.
How's that?
I love your answers. You know what you really should have been? Were you an old...
No, I know what I should have been, exactly where I'm at right now.
That's not a bad place. I hear you.
Exactly.
But did you watch wrestling back in the day?
What's that?
Did you watch WWF back in the day?
Everybody watched wrestling in the
you
day.
would have been a great manager. You would have been a great heel man. Give him the microphone and let him rip and piss everybody off. But I got to listen, back to what I'm saying, LeVar. I do think, and again, I know you don't care.
But here's the thing
Go
that
ahead.
you said, I'm an athlete who wasn't that good or whatever. No, I was a great athlete.
No, you weren't.
I love teaching my boys to be better than me because I've already seen what's in front of them.
Listen.
So all I do is guide them. I don't push them. I don't do nothing. I guide them. And they're exactly where they're supposed to be.
And you're doing your job.
Ain't no X on their back because, listen, they just want to have a passion for playing basketball, and they understand that it's entertainment.
But I feel like they're more. But I feel like they're more passionate. That you're more passionate than them. That's not good.
What I do, which is personal training, I still do that to this day. I've been doing it for 20 years. My own personal training, big ballers training.
Now, what are you teaching them, LeVar? By the things that you're saying, the things you're doing.
What am I teaching them?
Yeah,
I've already taught them everything.
Yeah, but they're still young. I mean, LaMelo.
They can be young as they want. As long as they be respectful human beings and they do the right thing, ain't in trouble, that's good. I got my boys on the right path.
Now, LaMelo's what? He's 16? He's 15, 16?
LaMelo's 15.
He's 15. And so he's in the age of social media and the way that media explodes. To your point, I mean, it twists things, takes things out of context all the time. What is he learning by some of the things that are happening around you? Not him,
learning?
You. Yeah, what's he learning?
Hey, well, I tell you what he's learning. He's learning to speak your mind and be truthful to yourself. That way you never have to regret anything you say.
But here's the problem.
That's what he's learning.
LeVar, that sounds good, and I know that you live your life that way.
Okay.
But you're always speaking for them, and to me, that's a problem.
They speak for themselves.
I don't hear them say anything.
I speak for myself. They speak for themselves.
No, but LeVar, hold on. Listen, I am boys with Stephen A. Smith. I've known him I used to work with him. I watched your entire thing. I watched a lot. You go on there. They don't say anything. You speak the whole time. I'm talking about your sons.
Speak the whole time.
You're
That's what I got a mouth to do,
Yeah,
speak.
but you're speaking for your sons. How is that good?
If you don't want me to speak, don't call me. See what I'm saying? People always want to hear what I say. Like I tell them, if y'all don't want to hear what I say, don't call me, don't say nothing.
Well, I think you're interesting. But I think you're interesting, which is why we wanted to have you on the show.
Everybody thinks I'm interested. I think you're interesting.
I hear you. I appreciate that. But I'd like to hear a little bit more from Lonzo. Don't you feel like
if you want to hear from Lonzo, here, I'll give you his number, and you can call him, and you and him can conversate.
All right, we're gonna do that off the air. Seriously, I want to.
We don't want our whole listening public calling.
I'll let you know when he's here, and then y'all can sit back and talk and have some donuts and talk all day.
You know what's interesting, Lavar? I feel like I don't know Lonzo. What's he like? Like as great as he is, what's he like?
Lonzo is funny. He's loud. You guys are just catching him in the wrong moments. You need to catch him playing dominoes or playing in the backyard, acting a wild man. When I got to say, man, can you please be quiet?
Oh, you dropped out for a second. Nice. All right, so LeVar Ball's with us here on Tiki and Tierney. Let me ask you this, because we read what you said, and I referenced the MJ and the staff. Right now.
Okay, hey, hold on 1 second.